Hey guys, it's XT40 Lou coming back from the big summer lockdown here in Arizona. We had a pretty rough summer, and so it gave me an opportunity to work on a bunch of vehicles. And this is kind of one of my I don't know. It's not really a pretty truck, but it's uh, it's half Weena, or I forget the company I bought it from because they go under a lot of different labels. But I got it on Amazon, and there's the cab for it. But the electronics and the drivetrain were horrible on it. So, and then that's my LDRC Unimog. So, uh, I was gonna do like some of the guys where they take a WPL whole chassis and then mount this part of it onto the chassis of a WPL. Um, I really kind of like this back half, and I don't mind the drivetrain on it, but it was horrible on the electronics and the steering. No front wheel drive. Just it didn't even work on my course. I mean, I couldn't get it to barely turn, and then the tires were always spinning. So anyway, long story short, I'm going to do a real quick test out in the backyard here towards the end of the video. But basically, I just mashed the two together. So the front is a Unimog, and the back is a Weena. So hopefully, if it runs good out there, then I'm going to keep it the way it is and leave it alone. I It's kind of ugly looking, but it's kind of cool looking too at the same time. I debating. I'm probably going to after this test, maybe in the next day or two, if it works the way it is and the way I'm hoping it works. Again, I'm not looking for it to be a crawler or climb up hills. I just want it to function in the flat areas in the backyard. And it has four motors. It has a motor for the rear drivetrain, okay, the original. It has a motor for the bucket. And then in the front, I had originally done the dual motor upgrade. So it has a dual motor in the front, plus a good working servo. And I am going to, because of all of it, I upgraded to a 1040 Hobbywing ESC so that I could run a 3S battery. And all I'm going to do is just lay the battery while I'm charging it right now. But it's just a small 3S battery that I can put in here. And if everything works out good, it's going to stay the way it is. I will probably just paint the bucket the camouflage colors so it kind of matches. Do some I probably won't paint the bottom. I'll leave it all black, but I'm thinking of camouflaging the bucket. But we'll see. First, I got to make sure it runs good. and with all that, I just felt like the better ESC would run all that electronics much better. And so far in the room, it worked really good. But the test to be, and then I've got it also, before I forget, I've got it set up on my Radio Link receiver and transmitter. And that'll also give me a little bit more control. And then also what I did is I put one of those wires that you buy for the third channel where you can control it on here. So I'll be able to control my bucket on here. So forward to reverse, of course, and then the bucket right here, up and down. And that should give me good control and be able to use, I like this style transmitter better than I do the other kind. So if that works also, I plan to do that a little more often with some of the other vehicles. But anyway, I think the battery is done, and I'm going to go ahead and test it out there and see if it's a true 6x6 now. Although these are locked differentials, the axles are locked, so they're all going to work as one unit, but they all spin, so that should give me decent traction. The problem I was having was on the front part, where without the front wheel drive you lose some of the traction. You get heavy here and these wheels just spin. Fingers crossed, if it works in the area that I need it to work in, then all I need to do is just paint the bucket. If I decide to paint the bucket, I'm not even sure about that. I don't know, I may just leave it just the way it is. All right, well, this was a nice surprise. I'm doing a little voiceover because I was actually very surprised that it went up that ramp, that hill there. So that's good. That lets me know that it's gonna run everywhere on my little course. And as you can see on the course too, is I've got a lot of work to do. I had a friend come over with my wife, and I didn't know, but they basically thought all my greenery was weeds and trimmed them all out. So I have no greenery back here now, but I'm gonna, hopefully it comes back and I'll be able to paint. I'm gonna plant some wildflower seeds, and hopefully I can get it back to where it looks like a trail. Anyway, a little bummed about that, but we'll get through it.